What's good, YouTube? It's Nas, and we back with another video. Road to 300 subscribers, of course. Gonna keep posting every day, but today we had another trade a day after, and this is the De'Aaron Fox trade, and this was anticipated since De'Aaron wanted out. Kings shopped him on the market for whatever reason. The Kings trying to find an easy way out, and the deal is to trade De'Aaron Fox to the Spurs. And the Kings get Zach Lavine, Sisesco. I forgot this is a 3-team trade. City Sisesco, and the Kings get 3 first-round picks. They fleece. They got a good deal back for De'Aaron Fox. And the Bulls get Zach Collins, Trey Jones, and Kevin Huerter, and the 2025 pick. The Bulls are losers, bro. They lost this trade. By far. They got Zach Collins, Kevin Huerter for fucking Zach Lavine. Are you serious? Trey Jones is a great pickup. He is a good backup point guard. He could be a starting point guard. He's just as good as his brother Tyus, but not as good. But this is about pairing up De'Aaron Fox with Wemby, and De'Aaron is an all-star guard in this league, and he is a scoring guard that could take some pressure off of Wemby. They didn't really give up anything. They didn't give up their rookie Stephen Castle, which he is going to be special. He is going to be a special player. And they didn't give up Devin Vassell, who is their volume scorer on the team. So you can't go wrong with any of their talent on this roster. But De'Aaron and Wemby, that seems like a scary duo for the West, and the West is already loaded. Like, we just saw Luka get traded to the Lakers. God knows. You got Anthony Davis on the Mavs, and now the Spurs. You're giving Wemby an all-star guard, and Wemby was just announced an all-star this season, and Wemby has been on a tear this season. So what could you like? Come on. But the Kings also, from their perspective, the Kings also kind of. I don't know if they got better, but they did pick up Zach Lavine. And the Kings, if Malik Monk could play the point guard position, I could say they got better. But Sabonis is a playmaking center, so I don't really see anything wrong from their perspective. They gave up an all-star guard and got another all-star guard in Zach Lavine, and their lineup would be Malik Monk, Zach Lavine, DeMar DeRozan, Keegan Murray, and Domantas Sabonis. It's funny, DeMar DeRozan just left Zach Lavine, and Zach Lavine is coming right back to DeMar DeRozan, which is kind of ironic, because I just find funny shit like that funny. But the Spurs' projected lineup is De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, Harrison Barnes, and Victor Wembanyama. And holy shit, that defense, besides the point guard position, De'Aaron could lock in on defense when he wants to. De'Aaron being one of the most crafty guards in the league, and you leave him in the conference. I guess the Kings did right by De'Aaron. They kept him in the same. They sent him where he wanted to go, and De'Aaron been on this franchise since 2017. He did everything right for the Sacramento Kings. He was there when they were fucking terrible. So I don't blame De'Aaron. De'Aaron was loyal to a fault until they decided to want to shop him. And from the Zach Lavine standpoint, the Bulls been saying that we're gonna trade Zach Lavine for the last couple years now. They should have sold when his value was still fucking high, but they didn't decide to do that. So they had to take what they got, and they got Trey Jones for it. And the Kings managed to get 3 first-round picks. That's big. That's big, because I didn't see any type of way or any way that the Kings were going to get value for trading De'Aaron Fox like right now, because obviously there's not really that many guards that can replace De'Aaron's production and what he does for this Kings team. But they got rid of fucking their coach. They traded De'Aaron, so they are on a whole different path now. And obviously the Kings owner and the Kings GM said they are still looking to win this season. So adding Zach Lavine, that only levels up, I guess. But the Kings don't have a true point guard anymore, which scares me for their team. But like I said, Sabonis is a playmaking center, so it doesn't really affect me that much. But the Kings did what they had to do, and like I keep saying, De'Aaron and Wemby is scary. Like, De'Aaron is this. I'm pretty sure I made a video on De'Aaron already. If I didn't, I'm probably gonna make another one. But De'Aaron has been suffering through the Kings for years, and once he realized they were shopping him, he is only right that he requests a trade, and he did that. And De'Aaron, the last couple seasons have been his best seasons. And in the 22-23 season, De'Aaron averaged 25, 4, and 6. That's when he really had his breakout season, when they made the playoffs that season, 2022-2023. Last season, he averaged 26.5 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, and 5.5 assists. Another great season. And right now, this season, he's averaging 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. And playing with Wemby, De'Aaron's finally going to get that media coverage that he has deserved throughout his career. De'Aaron is a very good player, and he was drafted 5th. And people often talk about Tatum and Donovan Mitchell in that draft class, but not a lot of people talk about how De'Aaron was in the same draft class, and De'Aaron was an all-star. So I don't know. And people were trying to say that Sabonis was the best player on the Kings, and in reality, I've always thought De'Aaron was the best player on that team. And De'Aaron is going to help out Wemby a lot. He's going to take the pressure off him during the game. Like, Wemby doesn't have to chuck up a lot of shots, because De'Aaron is another point guard. Like, and you still have Chris Paul coming off the bench, so they still have some depth. They have Keldon Johnson still coming off the bench. They got rid of Zach Collins, I'm pretty sure, but I know they have another backup center. They kept Champagnie, which he is a great shooter. It's just, the Spurs did everything right to build around Wemby the right way, and it's only his second season, and he's the leader in Defensive Player of the Year ratings right now, and you just gave him another offensive player. So the Spurs can only improve from here, and it's scary how far them niggas could go. Like, let's come on, bro. Let's be serious. And from the Zach Lavine standpoint, Lavine has been having a bounce back season, and he has been out recently because we know he was having a daughter. So the last couple seasons, Lavine has been off. He's been injured, but this season he's been his healthiest season since the 2022-2023 season, and he averaged basically 25 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 4 assists that season. Last season he had a down year. He only played 25 games because of an injury. He had 19.5 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. People thought they should sell on him then, but Zach Lavine has came back on a mission. He was in Chicago. He went back to Zach Lavine's things. He went back to Zach Lavine's stats. Right now he's averaging 24 points, basically 5 rebounds, and 4.5 assists, being the scorer that we all knew Zach Lavine, or we've known Zach Lavine to be throughout his career. And his days in Chicago, since he got traded from Minnesota, have been special. And he has been the outlier for the Bulls from the last couple seasons. Yes, the Bulls have struggled a lot from the last, not even recent. They have struggled in the past and recently since the 2022 season when Lonzo Ball got hurt. But getting rid of Zach Lavine means they're finally selling their team. So that means Lonzo's available. We wonder where Lonzo's going to go. Vucevic is available. I wonder where they're going to trade Vucevic. And the Bulls are finally rebuilding, which they should have done a few years ago. But let me know how y'all feel about this trade down below. Who do y'all think won? I think it was the Spurs. And the Kings won because they got 3 first-round picks, but they still need to get a point guard. But let me know how y'all feel about this trade down below. Subscribe. I hope you enjoy it. I got some videos right here. If you enjoyed this video you just watched, video on the right, video on the left, and click on it.